732. Course prana and apana through meditation. Rouse the prana that resides in the navel center by meditating and chanting Shiva mantra. Retain that breath in the ajna frontal. Then rouse the apana breath by meditation. That way you Shiva become. 733. Center thy thoughts on Muladhara. 2-finger length above the anus, where fecal matter leaves not, and below the male organ is the linga in Muladhara. Meditate on that center. There resides the Lord of the 6 Adaras. This my Upadesha rare revealed. Do take it and vision the Lord. 734. Eternal youth through yoga. They who effect the mystic union with the azure-hued Shakti within will shed graying and wrinkling, and regain youth for all to see. This I say is true by Nandi the Great. 735. Continence leads to godhood. If the seminal seed thickens by sexual abstention, it shall never be destroyed. If the body is lightened by austere discipline, long shall the life be. If food is eaten sparingly, many the good that flow, you may verily become the lord of dark-hued throat. 736. Yoga gives comeliness of body. If kundalini that is in Muladhara is sent upward often to reach the space in cranium, comely your body becomes. A desire object for damsels bedecked with flowers, around which bees swarm humming. 737. Imperishable life in yogic vision. The Lord of yore spurned the mighty god of death, whoever harasses life. The Lord rides the chariot of fire within. If you vision his holy feet, decked with triumphal anklet, you shall forever live in the canopied terrace above. 738. Yogi vibrates with youthfulness. The fire I saw in Kundalini radiates Kala 4. The prana I kindled and coursed through centers 7 pervades the body entire. With divine life that suffuses the fleshly body as ambrosia, I grow unto a tender fawn. 739. Meditate on appropriate mantra to attain Kaya Siddhi. If you in ardor pursue the search for power to acquire Kaya Siddhi, you shall flourish far and wide, like a seed of paddy planted in a million fields. Do you therefore meditate single-minded on the mantra that conquers fate. 14. Wheel of Time or Kala Chakra. 740. Ascension of Jiva from Moon's sphere. Seeking the mountain ranges 5 Shiva Tattvas, here am I in the moon's sphere. Leaving this, I reach the region of the great void of 12, that lies in the sphere of Pati Supreme, and from thence I pass on to the farthest beyond. These I seek to search here. 741. Life wasted away in pursuit of worldly knowledge. Knowledge that comes of senses 5, knowledge that comes of discrimination that is 6th, knowledge that comes of judgment that is 7th, knowledge that comes by learning that is 8th, knowledge that comes from experience that is 9th, knowledge that comes from attachment that is 10th. Thus does knowledge that comes in diverse ways but erode lifespan in succession. Knowing this not, they persist. 742. Critical years of life. Many are the stages when death assails man, from 25 to 28, from 30 to 33, from 60 to 62, from 100 and beyond. These are the critical ages in man's lifespan, when death may visit him. 743. Days appropriate for commencing yoga. The birthday, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and the 8th day following it, any one of these is day appropriate for commencing yoga. Find the day suitable most, and easy shall be your entry into the mystic house within. 744. Yoga explained. You who enter the land of yoga practice know that it consists in this. The measure of breath inhaled is 12 angula. Having measured accordingly, exhale 8 matra consciously. The 4 matras retained are in the 6 adaras to suffuse, and thus breathing, examine the tattvas 20 and 5. 745. God is beyond adaras and tattvas. Beyond the Muladhara of the 4-pointed center is he. Beyond the barriers of tattvas 20 and 4 is he. Beyond the 20 and 5 tattvas is his guna. Beyond the 6 adaras that rise like the spreading banyan tree is he. Whoever does know him. 746. The days it takes the yogi to traverse adaras and mandalas. The days that take to pierce the centers 9 are this: 20th day, Adaras 6. 25th day, 7th center of fire mandala. 26th day, the 8th center of solar mandala. 27th day, the 9th center of lunar mandala. These the days for yogi's prana to reach centers 9. 747. Vision of the 3 mandalas. On the 28th day, you gain the vision of mandalas 3. Each part, on the 33rd day, you gain their collective vision. Do center your thoughts further and vision the tattvas 20 and 4, that to earth and the rest of elements in order belong. 748. Practice yoga in time and order stated. Thus, if in succession and stages the yogi aspires not, impossible it be for him to become God, much less to near him. No other secret the Vedas hold. Trumpet this not, but in meekness accomplish it. 749. Kindle Kundalini lamp within. They who know not this way to the goal, and try other ways, are but fools. They search with blazing torch, while within them is the hand lamp. They who can kindle the Kundalini fire within will abide ever in this fleeting world. 750. Journey through 6 adaras in 2 stages. Unto the girth of the little finger is the spinal cord, taut like the string of bow. There the adaras are. Traversing the first 3, do you reach the heart's center, and be in constancy fixed. When you journey further onward to the 3 centers that end with forehead, you shall firm be as unto a picture painted. 751. Importance of spinal cord in yoga. Know thou the consciousness that is perfection. The sinners know not its goodness. This body no doubt is evil karma's product. Yet it holds the stalk, spinal cord, of the sacred lotus, that blossoms in the mystic regions 3 within. The Lord of yore spurned the mighty god of death, who ever harasses life. The Lord rides the chariot of fire within. If you vision his holy feet, decked with triumphal anklet, you shall forever live in the canopied terrace above. 752. Collective vision of mandalas and karma. The yogi who through the spinal column ascends the adaras above sees the mandalas 3 together, rapture-bound. Those who say that vision saw the end of karmas, those who saw that not, but die to be born again. 753. Missing the vision, the body perishes. Do you know how this body perishes? Hear this. A pretty damsel the man has for wife, and like the sun his prosperity spreads, and all bow to him in respect. A body that waxed in a life like thus became a prey for prowling dogs to consume. 754. Those who vision can become the dancing Lord. Those who knock about reach not the refuge of blossom feet, containing not the Kundalini fire within. Their body a prey to fire becomes. They who know the way and seek his victorious feet see the heavenly dancer through their spinal hollow. 755. Seek the dancing Lord as goal and become one with him. They who sought the dancer as their goal gained many things goodly, and so stood in the path of the Holy Scriptures. Seeking him within and experiencing his presence, in eagerness they sit, and one with Shiva become. 756. God vision at the end of 33 days of yoga. Countless are the gains that flow from single-minded meditation, here yet, and thus if for 33 days you well and deep meditate, the dancer on top of the mountain of gold will appear, and you one with him become. 757. Vision of the 100-petaled lotus of Sahasrara. Knowing the secret of reaching the dancer, they meditate on the 10th center. They see the directions 8 in rapturous vision. They glimpse the Lord seated on lotus and attain radiance 100-fold. Eternal life through yoga, they who thus attained radiance 100-fold will live 1,000 years in body robust, and they who saw 1,000 years thus may well live 1,000,000 trillion years. 759. Thus they live through timeless eons. Well may they thus live for eons and eons, and they tire not in their devotion, and thus see the mind's end, and within see him as entity and separate, and as one with Shiva they live filled in divinity, and so see countless ages of life exalted. 760. Worldly thoughts do not lead to Shakti. Some seek to exalt themselves, pursuing ways worldly. Some seek the fruits of enjoyment, knowing not what they do. Some strive after action, with no thought of goal whatsoever. But none of them will see the Shakti of lovely eyes. 761. Worldly wealth is perishable. They who see her not wasted away their lives. They who seek not spent away in artful talks. The riches and possessions of those who see not vanished away unseen and untraced. 762. Treasure within is imperishable. They who do not see the treasure that surpasses all, but seek the treasures that perish, if within their melting heart they seek inside, they will see the treasure that dies not. 763. Seek Shiva state. He is the one with the forehead eye. He is birthless. He is Nandi within. Know this. He in solitariness pervades spaces all. He stands as Shiva, the goal unwavering. That state you shall attain, if you but seek. 764. Fruits of seeking. They who seek know death none, evil none. They who seek will become lords of earth. They who seek but know this true, and well may it be told to those that aspire. 765. Seek Lord through Aum. These the things worthy of telling. Ahara, or the sound A, that is Shiva. Uhara, or the sound U, that is Shakti. Let those in your thought abide. And Mahara, or the sound M, let them through thy spinal cavity rise upward. The 6 Adaras will then be reached, and you shall gain the Lord. 766. Know Lord within and become one with him. None know where the Lord resides. To them who seek him, he resides eternal within. When you see the Lord, he and you one become. 767. Way to become one with Shiva. They know not how he and you one become. This the way how he and you one become. Hearken. He stands in your hearing and sight. He stands in the mystic circle within you. 768. Vision the Lord in the 7 Adaras. You know not how to reach his abode. Transfixing your thoughts within, you in the yogic way, the 7 circles inside will open, and you shall see the abode of Lord, sweet as sugar lump. 769. Vision of gods in Adaras. You may see him as Brahma and Vishnu. You may see him as Rudra, Bluethroat, and Mahesha. You may see him as Shakti and Sadashiva. You may see him within you, immanent in Adaras. 15. Measurement of lifespan. 770. Breath, astrology. Put your hand on forehead and look. If you see the breath rhythm unchanged, well and good. If you see it enlarged, death awaits in 6 months. If you see it doubled, in a month shalt life depart. 771. Transcend nada and realize God. Nada and God are one in consciousness. Only they who transcend nada will on God center. God appears in the heart of them who nada transcend. This the truth I realized, and so merged in nada. 772. Course breath upward and see light of jnana. The breath that is in vain spent, if turned upward to flow, will give the good that of fixity of mind comes. The jnana that comes from cranial spaces will beam, and the yogi becomes lord of earth. 773. Importance of nadi suddhi for longevity. None there the jiva who practices nadi suddhi, breathing from left to right and right to left. He who does it visions Shakti, the senses five his way come, to 100 years he sure lives. 774. Exhalation measure for ages 80 and 60. If prana flows outward to matra 6 in length, 80 the age you live up to. If 7, 60. These two know clearly. 775. Exhalation for ages 50 and 33. If to 8 matras prana runs out, through nostril left, 50 the age know you. If 9, leaving 3 matras inside, 30 and 3 but the age. 776. Exhalation for ages 28 and 25. If in matra 10 it flows out in nostril left, 20 and 8 the life here below. If 15, then for 20 and 5 years only do you see him. 777. Kumbhaka of 10 matras leads to concentration. Breathing inward in measure 12, the 10 may you retain inside, and direct into oneness upward. Thus may you practice the entire day of 30 nalikas. 778. Effect of 10 matra kumbhaka for 3 days. If for 2 days continuous, the 10 matra of prana is inside retained, it will no obstacle from apana encounter. If for 3 days this is maintained glowing, then may you be certain the ascension through center 6 comes soon. 779. Vision of the first 3 adaras in the 4th and 5th day. If thus the practice is for days 4 continued, the 4-petaled Muladhara will visioned be. If further continued on the 5th day, the 2nd and 3rd adaras visioned art. 780. Collective vision of 5 adaras on the 15th day. When 10 days thus pass, 2 more adaras, 4th and 5th, may vision together be. On the 15th day shall be the collective vision, on the 5 together. 781. Visions of the 20th, 25th, and 26th days. On the 20th day the 6th Adara, Ajna, will visioned be. On the 25th day the 3 mandalas, sun, moon, and fire, will visioned be. On the 26th day the 2, Shiva and Shakti, will visioned be. 782. Visions of 27th and 28th day. On the 27th day may well be revealed the one being supreme that collectively rises and centers all. On the 28th day may revealed be the 10 centers together in vision collective rare. 783. On the 29th day and 30th day. If the journey upwards resumes, 10 the days that apana stands as impediment. If the journey takes 30 days, 7 the days that take the apana to leave. 784. On the 31st day and 32nd day. On the 31st day of the journey upward, 3 the days that still delay the union. On 32nd day that prana takes to reach, 2 the days that are still in the way. 785. Jiva's union in God on 33rd day. Thus when prana reaches the cranial heights in a month and 3 days, from within the fountain of nectar, Nandi bellows aloud, if in the space within he reveals himself, you shall truly be one in Lord. 786. Greatness of Kundalini Yoga. None knows Kundalini that spans high. None knows the science of breath control. They who know it not perish away. I knew the truth that none know. 787. God is knowledge. The Lord is the knowledge. He stood as knowledge of elements 5, air and the rest. He stood as knowledge pervading world, all and life. Inseparate from them, if sought within, that knowledge will in pervasive richness glow. 788. Shakti grants grace. That God who is knowledge, all thus, grants this world that is unreal, for the goodly ones of high praise. He grants the vision of his dancing hall. The Shakti that grants all this is the fragrant flower-bedecked grace that is the consort of Lord. 16. Breath rhythm in days of the week. 790. Days of the week and the course of breath. Through left and right nadis, on Fridays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, prana dominates in the nadi that is to left. On Saturdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays, it courses high in the right. On Thursdays, prana flows in the left. In the waxing moon's fortnight, and in the right in the waning moon's fortnight. 791. Breath rhythm for glowing health. If on Fridays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, breathing dominates in nostril left, the body will no harm know, and it will in health glow. Thus did Lord Nandi tell us, in manner delectable. 792. Yogi corrects the breath rhythm. Contra, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, breath flows high on the nostril right. The yogi who knows this is God indeed. If this rhythm in the days stated does obtain not, let the yogi force it into nostril right by skill subtle, then shall he know nothing but joy. 793. Changing rhythm on Sundays and Mondays. In alternate fortnights, if on a Sunday in a fortnight the breath runs high on the right nostril, in the fortnight next it runs high on the left. If on a Monday in a fortnight the breath runs high on the left nostril, in the fortnight next it runs low on the right. Thus do they alternate from fortnight to fortnight. If this rhythm thus obtains, prana its strength derives. Know well this, and according regulate breathing. 794. How to regulate when breath rhythm changes course. The breath that rises in the nadi right, while its course into the left changed, may a sudden jolt know, and in fear trembling flow. Then leave the practice and rest a while. If on the right itself it flows, faster than in rhythm appropriate, then know the speed and suitable regulate. 795. Yogi who regulates breath will see finite light. The prana runs helter-skelter to right and to left. If yogi gathers it proper and regulates to reach Kundalini, he shall stand before the finite light. Thus he said, Nandi Holy. 796. Choose appropriate time for piercing adaras. The Lord that you search is on the flower above seated. 16 the ways of breath control, the breath coursing upward in strength, with mind in concentration united, pierce the adaras, the days apt for thus reaching the centers, and the hour appropriate know you well. 17 hostile weekdays. 797. Directional dangers in days of the week. On different days of week, the Sula lies in directions different. On Mondays and Saturdays, it is in east. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, in north. On Sundays and Fridays, in west. 798. Dangers none if breath runs high in right nostril. On Thursdays, menacing trident is in direction south. Little effect Sula has. If breath to left flows low, no harm befalls if right dominates. Much good may actually swell. 18. Kachari Yoga. 799. How to practice it. Control the spiration and see that breath is wasted not. Bind it tight. Dam the source of Kundalini at Muladhara. Lock the chimney up in the mouth. Bolt the cavity above with the tongue's lip. and sit erect in yoga samadhi. No more shall be death for you. 800. Technique of Kachari Yoga. On the square plank of Muladhara, where Jiva the washerman performs the cleansing act, erect buns that the sluices leak not, apana, and then let in the heavenly stream for the lake to fill. Thus sit looking skyward, be thou rid of impurity all. 801. Immortality in Yoga Way. Alternating breath's course from left to right and vice versa, they who can force breath through spinal sushumna shall know tiring none. They can abolish sleep forever and attain God awareness. They die not, immortal they shall be. 802. Nectar in Kachari Mudra. If skillfully rubbed by the tongue's tip, the mystic nectar will begin to ooze. When it comes, with care manage it, that you may swim in moon's region mystic, and that which flowed and roared may preserved be. 803. Vision of gods in Kachari Mudra. Fan tongue's tip upward in palate's center, there abides Jiva and Shiva, the gods 3, and Devas 3, and 30 crores. Will there appear? No death shall there be. 1,000,000 billion years this fleshly body will be. 804. Transform fleshly stream into heavenly stream. From the lofty peaks of the cranium flows the stream that is of the flesh. It is a heavenly stream. They know not how to make it so. They who know that art will swill the divine nectar and be forever doubt-free. 805. Kachari Mudra leads to youthfulness. If you can send the breath twain into the mouth's upper cavity, you shall then know death none, and the gates of nectar will open be. Graying and wrinkling will disappear, for all to see. Young will the yogi be. True this, I say, in the name of Nandi Holy. 806. Leakage of restrained breath leads to evil consequences. With Nandi to guide, if we upward ascend, we shall meet Lord. We shall then hold sway over world all. They who let the restrained breath out through the sun nadi, and yet meditating sit, art verily to evil fate decreed. 807. Perfect practice of Kachari leads to immortality. They who sat bewildered, overwhelmed by karma evil, let them perform the karma of tongue that Kachari Yoga prescribes. Then no more is there room for death. They who seek proliferating karma and render life useless will remain unto sugar cane, of its juicy sweetness pressed away. 808. Erect posture for Kachari Mudra. The yogis who thus divine sweetness experienced, if in a bud-like formation, send tongue upward, their spinal cord erect as a stiff rod, then will trickle nectar from within, and body become sweet as sugar cane. 809. Chant Shivaya Namaha as you swill nectar. Upward twirl tongue's interior, through which saliva flows, and drink of nectar welling up, and remain chanting Shivaya Nama. The waters that breath brings streams as unto Ganga flow. Learn this way to the flow of the heavenly nectar. 810. A cave temple within. Knowing way appropriate, those who worship thus within will receive shower of grace, that is jnana ripe, if they but know how to bolt the door within, and check the flowing stream. Well then may they become abiding cave temples within. 811. God's attributes. He who takes his abode within that temple is kindlier than mother to world entire. Good is he even when harsh. He is within them too whom he deals harsh. For those of evil deeds he is deadlier than fire itself. 812. God's abodes. He is seated at the forehead center of those who perform yoga with kundalini fire. He is in the golden city of those who reach the flower of cranial spaces. He is in the imagination of those who sing of him. He is in the intelligence of those who perform deeds rare. 813. He sat supreme. He sat like the moon, beaming Kala's 16. In his mansion that is body art Kala worlds 224, and within that divine mansion shedding rays, he sat supreme in accord within. 814. In praise of Shakti, there sat Shakti. 7. There sat Shakti. 814. In praise of Shakti. Kala's enveloping her too, there she sat, the virgin in the midst. There she sat, the divine fawn, her visage shedding rays soft. There she sat, herself too streaming ambrosia down. 815. Guard nectar from flowing out. Within the golden regions of cranium, the sparkling nectar flows in cascades silvery. There it was inside, in the astral sphere above. They who can guard it from flowing out will become eternal young. This is blessing, for sure, for sure. 816. With Shakti stood Shiva. If Shakti, that is unto a tender vine of goodness, resides within in fragrant delight, then Lord, that is a treasure house of Tattva Jnana, also stood in amity within. 817. Prana reaches moon's region. Prana within, if made to rise, through Sushumna activity, to blossoming lotus at cranial heights, then opened moon's mystic region, and there may you for long live. 818. Practice Udayana Bandha. As prana stand in mystic moon's region, practice Udayana Bandha, and dam the course of downward apana. Then, in dazzling brightness of sun, the Lord, with kundala in his earlobe, stands transfixed in their awareness, his dance having ceased to a stop. 819. When to do Udayana Bandha. The exhaling breath will inside retained be, the retained breath will from escape prevented be, in due time. From the moon's region starts ambrosial flow. When it ceases, undo the Udyana Bandha. 820. Open a wicket gate within and see light. Within the body bag, if you put open a wicket gate, the light will shine inside. If breath that is controlled spurts there upwards, then will this dark body as a temple lamp lustrous bejeweled be. 821. Inexplicable experiences of Kichara Yoga. Course prana upward and retain breath through kumbhaka, in the mystic regions of fire and sun, around navel and throat, and there be fixed in thought. What sound there, how possible to say? What stood there, how possible to say? 822. Distant vision of five-element combination. Well may described be air in the body, well may described be earth and water, well may described be all these elements five, but when all these together combine, well may then be the power of vision in cranium distant. 823. Nature of distant divine vision. That distant vision I shall here describe, having attained grace of Shakti, of Kaliruim eyes. If thought is centered on the divine light that is Lord, then may you vision worlds all, as in daylight bright. 824. Reach nada through Kundalini. 12-finger measure below the navel, the light bright as day, Kundalini, thus say Vedas. If with that light the nada lamp above is lighted, you become the master of mansion that rises within you. 19. Parayanga Yoga. 825. Pleasures of sex union will abide if breath control is properly practiced. Anointing her body with unguents diverse, bedecking her tresses with flowers fragrant, do you enjoy the damsel and passion's union. If you but know how to shoot prana breath through the spinal cavity, your enjoyment never ceases. 826. If breath is controlled, delicious enjoyment for partners in sex union results. When they seek enjoyment, the breath stands still. The full-breasted damsel and the goodly man stand in union exalted, as liquid silver and gold, their passions' emissions in rapture commingles. 827. Duration of enjoyment lengthens if breath is controlled. In the copulatory yoga that is practiced by the hero and the heroine, upward they drive the coach of breath, that has its wheels in regions right and left. There they collect the waters of the heaven, and never the organs tiring know. 828. Restraint of semen flow through breath control. This is the meaning of that union, when in the sex act semen flows, the yogi lets it not, but checks it and attains within, and a master he then becomes. 829. Effective restraint of semen flow. He becomes master of jnana all. He becomes master of enjoyment all. He becomes master of himself. He becomes master of senses 5. 830. Sex union through the parayanga lasts 5 gatikas and is bliss. This is parayanga yoga that lasts 5 gatikas. Beyond in the 6th, the damsel sleeps in the arms of lover. In union blissful, that fills the heart and passes description. 831. Successful practitioners alone can resort to parayanga yoga. Unless it be he had in success practiced the parayanga yoga of 5 gatika length, no yogi shall a woman embrace. 832. Lord Shiva practiced parayanga yoga. Who, may you ask, is he that achieved this audacious yoga? The Lord is he that wears heavenly Ganga on his matted lock. For Gatika 5 he embraced Shakti of speech ambrosial sweetness, thinking and thinking not of the act performed. A time span of 24 minutes or Najhikai. 833. The age of the couple for Parayanga Yoga. For practice of this yoga, 20 the age apt for damsel, and 30 for lover. Then does high rapture ensue. The 5 senses of woman desert her, her mind exhausted becomes. When she climax reaches, but no weariness the man knows, neither does his silvery emission flow. 834. Only those who have practiced Kachari can resort to Parayanga. Lest the silvery liquid into the golden flow, the artful goldsmith, practitioner, covered it up with yogic breath. The sparks, kundalini, that flew traveled up by the way of spinal tube there above. He contained them with tongue's tip, kachari. 835. Parayanga yogi is exalted. The yogi who is in ecstatic joy, unexcited, performs his yoga with woman, becomes radiant like the sun, an acknowledged master in directions 10, and of ganas of groups 18. 836. Parayanga yogi practiced with Kachari yoga also. Espousing wisdom that is denoted by Buddha, Mercury, who stands middle of Sun and Saturn, the youthful yogi who embraced the damsel knew joy infinite. Lest the male silvery liquid flow not, ahead of female golden one, he had his red mouth buried in the mystic moon. 837. Parayanga yoga is yogic wisdom that retains the semen. They who perfect wisdom and embrace woman in wisdom's beauty will know grief none. Though by woman's side he be, the liquid silver remains unspent, and flows not into the vaginal bag of woman. 838. Freedom from sexual union is attained by Parayanga yoga. This body that melts like wax over fire by sexual union will no more indulge in it when wisdom dawns. To those who have attained wisdom of void, the liquid silver no exit knows. 839. Vision of void in Parayanga yoga. When you know the void and the light in that void, your mind shall be strong as a chisel of bronze. After having tasted of the nectar, I saw the void, with goodly Nandi guiding, beyond I knew not. 840. Pariyanga Yoga was expounded by Sadashiva to Shakti. Who are those that rank high above? Mal, Brahma, and Nandi, Rudra art they. In the fourth is that Sadashiva, who to the slender-waisted Shakti this expounded. 841. Immortality for those who unite in Shiva Shakti and cranium. If you can get to Shakti and Shiva inside the golden circle within, cranium, and then join them in union, you may live on earth 1,000,000 trillion years. 842. Yogis offered themselves entire to God. Inhaling, exhaling, and retaining the breath inhaled, none knows its technique of control, and those of skill who know it offered themselves to Lord entire. 843. Yoga dispels worldly longings. Knowing the way of self-oblation, if they get into the mystic circle of Shiva and Shakti, they reach the true way, and dark their hair turns, in youthfulness eternal, and the one Shakti will inward abide in due accord, dispelling worldly longings all. 844. Lotus cranial. There is a lotus that neither land nor water knows, no stalk, no root, the lotus blossomed yet. City there was none, yet light there is one. Neither above nor below is a flower none had heard of. 20. Amuri Dharana. 845. Effective urine therapy in yoga. The urinary liquid within the body is unto a picotive small well, dipped into sea vast. If that is fed once a day in way appropriate, life will know distress none, well may you seek it. 846. Goodly effects of Amuri Dharana. If this divine water clear is inside taken, the body glows in a year, no harm befalls it. Prana control will realized be. The mind will center in letter A, pranava, and will uplifted be, and the body into gold will turned be. 847. Consume 100 pepper measure drops a day. Drink of this divine water 100 pepper measure, no medicine beyond this, no men. But rub it clear on chest of head, your grieving vanishes away, and fresh black hair shoots forth. 848. Only the ignorant dissuade the practice. The water on the banks of body is unto a mirage on the sea. Away, away from it, thus they say, the men who know not truth. They who can drink the midstream, rid of foam and wave, that arises first and last, will immortal be, and all graying and wrinkling disappears. 849. Effect of mixing ingredients. O damsel of flowing tresses and slender forehead, hear you a miracle this. In this water hidden in the body, mix pepper, amla, turmeric, and neem. Soft will your body be, and dark thine hair on head. 850. Greatness of Amuri Dharana. He, the Nandi, called it the hero's recipe, heaven's elixir, and Shakti's potion. Some know it as the medicament primus. It is specific, that is, of radiant light, hard to describe to world at large. 21. Chandra Yoga. 851. When breath turns subtle. When prana ascends to moon's kala, it turns subtle, shukshuma. The two breaths through Ida and Pingala run gross. They rise and fall into the kalas that wax and wane. Pure is that shukshma, subtle. Gross is that runs in the body. 852. Yogi experiences kalas of moon, sun, and fire. 16 the kalas of moon, 12 of the sun, and 10 of the fire. The yogi experiences them all. In the upward journey of prana through Shushumna and all that becomes his mystic knowledge. 853. Kalas of fire merge into sun, which in turn merge into those of moon. The 12 kalas of sun absorb kalas 10 of fire. Together are they absorbed in 16 kalas of moon. Those who have thus learned to merge in moon's kala verily become masters of earth, all kalas entire filled. 854. Kalas of sun, moon, and fire enumerated. 12 the kalas of sun, 16 the kalas of moon, 10 the kalas of fire. Thus are the kalas in number, know you well and true. 855. The disparate kalas merge into one. 10 the kalas of fire, 12 of the scorching sun, 16 that emanate from moon. All these kalas which alike are not, into oneness merge. 856. Kalas enumerated in total, including those of Jiva and Tattva. 10, 12, and 16 are kalas that appear in Agni, sun, and moon, and 4 are kalas of the star, Jiva. The fettering tattvas 6 and 92 are kalas to count. 857. Rouse all kalas and reach God. All kalas from the left and right nadis pass through the central nadi. Kindle the kundalini fire in Muladhara, they reach the cranium at top, to pay homage at feet of the goodly one. 858. 9 kalas of Navachakra, 2 each of kalas, fire, star, moon, and sun, and kala of Parai, who is unto a star. Together are the 9 beams of Parai, in the Navachakra this world below, Jiva. 859. Constituents of Pranava. Earth, water, fire, air, space, sun, moon, Agni, and star. These 9 constitute Pranava, the way that is great. 860. Transformation into star of stars. When moon wanes, the stars twinkle bright. When moon waxes, they do not. Unto stars innumerable are jivas of universe. Unto star of stars is the divine manifestness. 861. Mystery of 15 kalas of moon. In the waxing fortnight kalas shoot and expand. In the waning fortnight they shrink and small become. They who can know the mystery of kalas 15 may well reach the feet of Lord, of glory indescribable. 862. Chandra Yoga described. Rouse kalas of fire, merge them in sun, merge all in moon, merge jiva star, of senses and sense organs rid. That verily is Chandra Yoga. 863. Know 16 kalas within body. They know not the kalas 16 within the body. They seek not to reach them. The despicable men, when death his trap lays, then there they fall, forever bewildered. 864. In Chandra Yoga, Jiva star merges in Shiva. When fire kalas pass through moon's nadi, the sun receives them. Kalas of fire and sun together merge in moon's kala. When kundalini fire unites in Shiva, the kalas of the star merge, and the jiva who resides in star becomes life all. 865. Chandra Yoga in Kundalini Yoga. 12 the female kalas of sun, 16 the male kalas of moon. Seize them both sitting unmoved, and consign them to the kundalini fire. In that yoga wells up the ecstasy beyond recount. 866. Practice nadi suddhi. Coarse breath running in sun's nadi in the right, to the moon's nadi in the left, and vice versa. If you can do this erring not, you may live 1,000 years, this body well preserved be. 867. The aspirant hears not a sound in the 9th center. In that 9th center your heart shall resound, to the triumphant beatings of sound divine. There, Lord that is supreme of celestials all, is in exaltation high. There you shall stand as starry light, and the sun shall blow the conch to announce your arrival. 868. Beyond Nadasphere is Lord. The sun and moon but measure time. Into him who has great become reigns the nectar of grace. When he travels beyond the spheres and knocks, there he meets Lord in his very abode. 869. Knowledge of Aum takes to Lord's presence. The light of Aum that rises in the navel lotus is mantra finite. None know this. When they know that mantra secret, then is the Son that is Jiva, in the presence of Father that is God. 870. Greatness of Kundalini Yoga. It profits not to tell, they listen not to advice, they are deaf mutes. If you but learn how to merge the primal Kundalini with the being finite, the Holy One will before you appear. 871. Merging moon's kalas in Kundalini. The Kundalini serpent consumes kalas of moon. The fire consumes kalas of sun too. If you can resolve the conflict of serpent and moon, merging the kalas of moon in Kundalini, the Lord will leave you not, ever, ever. 872. Kundalini devours and throws out moon. The Kundalini that moved up devours moon. Sleep not until it throws it out. When the moon comes out, then may you take your sleep. Your mind shall then luminous as full moon be. Then the mystic moon inside will shed its dazzling kalas full. 873. Time for sleeping and eating when moon is devoured by Kundalini. Sleep not until the moon comes out. Eat not until moon rises. Sleep not until moon moves. Sleep the yogi may, when but the moon moves. 874. By Chandra Yoga, death is conquered. The yogis who thus practice incessant conquer death. They will live in this world aeons beyond. They are worthy of our obeisance. They who this moon's yoga in success practices. 875. The yogi sees vision of past, present, and future. They traverse spheres of sun and moon, and see vision of past, present, and future earth. And in that full moon day the nectar ripens, until the moon drops back from Kundalini. Time stands to a stop. 876. Moon drops out with 12 kalas from Kundalini's mouth. The waxing kalas 6 of sun, the waning kalas 6 of moon, woke to life to 12 angular running, and then the moon dropped out. Who knows this? 877. He conquers Bindu. If yogi thus achieves this goal in the day of full moon, the yogi's semen flows not where it lists. Devoid of passions, it firm collects in Muladhara, chanting Aum in heart's silentness. He remains pure, awareness filled. 878. The emitted moon has 16 kalas ultimately. To the 6 waxing kalas of the fiery sun will be the 4 kalas of fire. To these 10 kalas goodly will be the 6 kalas of moon. Thus are they kalas 16, in the full moon emitted. 879. Sun's kala in sex union. In the mingling of male semen and woman's fluid emits sun's kala. If sun's kala is low, semen ejects quick. When mind and body balance stand, never will they let semen flow. 880. Effects of Chandra Yoga. If the mind centered, they course their breath in direction of nada sound. That form Shiva's conch emanates. The 5 senses that run blind will their restraint meet, and the interminable bliss of delectable nectar leaves them not ever. 881. Greatness of Chandra Yoga. On the banks of river, where waters of nectar flow, course the 5 pranas, through central Shushumna. They who thus remain, death do not have, good their kalas are, time-bound they are not. 882. Alternating breath to samadhi end. Opening the springs where nectar wells up, they walk toward the lotus feet cool as water, sitting in undisturbed samadhi. Coursing through the spinal channel, they after the breathing right and left. 883. Benefits of yoga. If breaths of moon, Ida, and sun, Pingala, course their way through spinal channel unhindered, thine body imperishable shall be, and abiding joys well up here below. This the way of yoga true. Tantra 3 ends. Tantra 4, verses 884 through 1418. 41. Ajapa. 884. The one-letter mantra of our Lord. I praise, I laud, jnana that is our refuge. I adore holy feet of Lord, constant in my thought. I expound Shiva Yoga, hearken you. I chant the one letter, Aum, dear to our Lord. 885. Letters A, U, and M. By one letter A, he all worlds became. By two letters A and U, he the two became, Shiva and Shakti. By three letters A, U, and M, he the light became. By letter M was Maya ushered in. 886. Glory of Chidambaram. Chidambaram is where devas reside. Chidambaram is where devas reside. Tiruambalam is where devas reside. The Sabha of the south is where devas reside. 887. Dances in the Golden Temple. In the Golden Temple is the Adbhuta wonder dance. In the Golden Temple is the Ananda bliss dance. In the Golden Temple is the Anavarata eternal dance. In the Golden Temple is the Pralaya deluge dance. In the Golden Temple is the Samhara dissolution dance. 888. One letter Aum is divine dance. That which became Tandava dance is one letter Aum. That which became Tandava is grace act of Lord. He who performed Tandava is one being uncreated. In the Golden Hall is Tandava dance. 889. God is letter A and U. He is the cosmic light. He is Tattva's all. He stands as letters A and U. He is the light divine for Tattva dance. He is for himself the support all. 890. Variations of Namah Shivaya. He is the uncreated Lord, Para, great for worlds all. In the sphere of Muladhara he stands as Namah Shivaya. In the sphere of fire he stands as Namah Shivaya. In the sphere beyond sun he stands as Namah Shivaya. In the sphere of yoga, moon, he stands as Yavashi. 891. Letters A and U are Shi and Va. Letters A and U are Shi, Shiva, and Va, Shakti. They supreme are. They are voids beyond reach of thought. They are spaces vast of intelligence supreme, where he his holy dance performs. Letters A and U are refuge finale and joy eternal. 892. Letters 3, Shivaya. Letters Shivaya are bliss perpetual. Letters Shi and Ya are jnana. Shivaya is unalloyed joy. Not many know this. They who realize this in joy will him behold and dance joyous, Ananda. 893. Letters 2, A and U, became 5 letters. A and U are letters 2. All men of vast knowledge chant. They are letters 2. Into 1 and 5 letters resolve. In them merge. The Tandava dance of dissolution. In Muladhara, triangle they are, ascending high to Adara's rest. 894. Letters A and U are the agamic mantra. They are the Sadashiva. They are the agamas imperishable. They are the godly goal. They are the shady mastwood tree where bees indwell. They are the dance holy. They are the agamic teachings divine. They are the immaculate purity of the divine dance hall. 895. Letters of engrossing purity. The letters pure are the agamas. The letters pure are pati, pashu, pasha. The letters pure are grace that is bliss. The letters pure are egoity, maya, and desire. The letters pure are sight of divine dance. 896. Lord is all. Himself as his Lord stands, himself as his mountain stands, himself as pervasive himself stands, himself he stands, as Lord that is himself. 897. The Lord is supreme. He is the Lord who stood dancing eternal. He is the Lord who the Holy One is. He is the Lord who unfolds jnana's honey-laden flower. He is the Lord whose feet are holy beyond peer. 898. Letters A and U are feet of Lord. The peerless feet of Lord are letters A and U. The peerless feet of Lord are letters 2 and 5. The peerless feet of Lord are letters 50 and 1. The peerless feet are mantras 7 times 1,000. 899. The two became several. The 7,000 mantras became 50, and then into the 7 with endings diverse. Thus of the 7,000 mantras chanted that are beyond thought, have as vital the 7 and 2 in the ultimate. 900. All mantras contained in two-letter mantra. 7,000 mantras there exist, but none of this potent divine. This the mantra that is Shiva's holy form, and all mantra is in this contained. 901. Letters A and U are tattva dance. He is unto himself in his dance. He stands as A and U. He is the one for Mayaic dance of tattvas. He stands the dance peerless here below. 902. The dance transforms Jiva into Shiva. The dance in letters 2, it is the dance joyous. It is the dance of dissolution. It is the dance that leads to bliss. It is the dance that is Shiva Linga. It is the alchemy that transforms the coppery Jiva into golden Shiva. 903. Shivaya Namaha purifies and transforms Jiva. Chant Shivaya Namaha, copper turns into gold. The Chitpara there exists, turns copper into gold. Chant Srim and Krim, copper turns into gold. The holy temple alchemizes copper into gold. 904. How Tirumambala chakra is formed. Fashion Tiruvambala chakra thus. Draw 6 lines each, vertical and horizontal. Thus form squares 20 and 5, and in each inscribing letters 5. Meditate continuous. 905. Chant Shivaya Namaha and behold dance. This the way to chant, Shivaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha. If you chant that way, no more birth will be. With Lord's grace you shall behold the eternal dance, and copper that is Jiva turns into gold that is Shiva. 906. Chant Shivaya Namaha in silence. This mantra is golden. Chant it not loud. Just say it. Your body glows red. If you take it in slow, as you breathe in, your body becomes gold, and in time shall you become the golden feet of Lord. 907. Chant Shivaya Namaha and behold golden feet. You shall behold the golden feet. You shall have children noble. In the name of that golden feet I say, the copper that is Jiva will become gold that is Shiva, and as you behold the golden feet, you too shall his form assume. Center the mantra in your thoughts, and witness the goodly dance of golden feet. 908. Shivaya Namaha. Chant Shivaya Namaha and attain siddhis. You may easy transmigrate into any body. The goodly Shakti will your companion be. If you chant the mantra, the fiery snake of Pasha will leave you. That mantra is the secret of the holy dance. Chant it unceasing. 909. Chant Shivaya Namaha and enjoy bliss of Shiva. It is the Shukshumna subtle mantra. Chant it 8,000 times. You shall see the Shushumna path subtle. You may enjoy the bliss of Shiva, that is subtlest of all. 910. Shivaya Namaha are of the life vowels 5 and seminal sounds 5. One the supreme bliss, one the supreme bliss. Thus chant the mantra, you shall have bliss. Bliss has its source in letters 5, A, I, U, E, and Aum, like the life vowels they are. They become the 5-letter mantra, and joy that is within joy. Bliss lies in the seed letters 5. Hum, Hrim, Ham, Ksam, Am are they. 911. 2 letters become 5 letters. The 2-letter mantra is Body of Lord. Chant it inarticulate. As the 2 suffuse your body, you stand transformed. The 2 letters that are Lord's corpus become 5 letters, that is Jiva, U, A, I, E, O. The 2 letters that are Lord's corpus become the 5 letters, that is Shiva dance, I, O, U, A, E. 912. Dance vowels become 5-letter mantra. The dance letters Shivaya become Namah Shivaya. The dance letters I, U, A, E, and Om become Shivaya Namaha. The dance letters I, U, A, E, and Om become Shivaya Namaha. The dance letters I, U, A, E, and Om become the stellar mantra Namah Shivaya. 913. The dance of Ruby. He danced as one alone. He danced as 2 with Shakti. He danced as several, all life in. He danced in 3, sun, moon, and fire. He danced in 7, the worlds that are. He danced on 1 foot. He danced in Shakti's 9. He danced in arena that is space. He danced the dance of Ruby. 42. Tirumambala Chakra. 914. How to form the chakra. In the chakra formed by lines 12, 6 vertical and 6 horizontal, are the squares. Fix the mantra. In the chambers 5 and 20 formed. In one the Lord takes his seat. 915. The configuration of the 121-lettered chakra diagram. In his own letter Shi he abides. The 4 letters conjoint are great letters of his name. On the 4 sides of his chakra are his own 5 letters. In the 1 letter he abides as Hara's mantra too. 916. Say Hara Hara and end birth cycle. Say Hara Hara, nothing formidable to you. They who know not this, say not Hara Hara. Say Hara Hara, and you shall a celestial be. Say Hara Hara, you shall no more birth know. 917. The significance of letter Shi in the chakra. In the 8 directions is the letter Shi in the chakra. From that 1 letter in places 8 arose the 5 gods, and the Shaktis 9, and the Bindu and Nada. Thus flourishes the mantra, the word pure. 918. Significance of letter Om. They know not how the Lord became conjoint with her, who on the blooming lotus sits. They who chant the letter aspirated O, conjoint with the letter unaspirated M, may well preserve their life ever. 919. The 5 letters manifest Sthula and subtle Shukshma. The Panchakshara, 5 letters, is the Lord's abode. That Panchakshara manifest is Namah Shivaya. That subtle is Shivaya Namaha. Thus is he in that mantra, manifest and subtle.